Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning into the previous episodes. It's a good experience because we just talking about everything, and I appreciate those that get time to either like, comment, or just watch in silent. We really appreciate that because we're trying to have these conversations that would. We would build on them. We would change certain behaviors based on the conversations that we have. Really appreciate it. And we hope that maybe we can, on the next episode, definitely I will read the comments from the previous video so that we can now start to engage with the people that view. So, my voice is taking time to come back. I don't know why. But I thought maybe let's talk about selective support. Selective support in a way that we always, more especially for us, the African community, we always have this thing or idea that we need to support small businesses, we need to support each other, we need to make sure that we are there for each other. It's dope in terms of the concept. It's dope when we talk about it, but really, do we really practice that? I'll make an example, and I feel and think I'm one of the guys that normally would support. Like I'm from Orange Farm, and we have a number of local brands, and I feel like I have most of the brands that are in my area, at least the ones that I know of. I would have your Esporty, I would have your Jeans, your Kumkani, I would have your Skim Senamba, Social Crisis. I have a Domcorp, like a variety of brands, more especially the ones that I know of, like I said, like a Makume here and there. I won't have anything from Beauty La Crochet, but I will buy something for my wife, for my kids, if you understand what I'm saying. If somebody shows up selling something, I would try to buy from that person. And then if you go on my social media, what you would find is that most of the time I'm sharing, like I would share something from your Nola Sunflower, I hope I'm saying it right, All Day Jam, Dinaco Wines, and a few more other brands. So I'm trying myself to practice that even if maybe I'm not in a position to support you by buying, but then I can share your work. So maybe somebody in my timeline might see it, and they could be your next customer, like we always pray. But what I've realized is that on social media, it's very weird. So there's this gentleman from the Val. I forgot his name. I recently added him. He's also a YouTuber, and he's having a YouTube channel whereby he's interviewing prominent figures in the Val. He recently interviewed He Must Be Fabulous. So on one of the pages on Facebook, he would post something and then it will get a lot of something fun. It will get a lot of comments. And then he would post something about his podcast. You will get like 3 comments. You sometimes it's not even one comment, but 2 likes. And then I was having a conversation with my wife, explaining to her that, you know what, I've realized that if I'm posting a picture of myself, it will get more likes. If I post a picture of me and you, maybe it will get more likes. If I post something crazy, it gets more reactions. But as soon as I post something about the podcast, something about my YouTube channel, it's almost like the attraction or the reaction slowly declines. It slowly declines. I don't know how it works. It would be there for a couple of hours, like even if maybe I can post this video to say, guys, please go on YouTube to watch this video. No, a few people would react. I even now can know that Angel will react, Lerato, my wife will react, maybe a Chico Chow will react here and there. A Ramushakwana would, like, you get what I'm saying. It's I'm not saying I can't mention everyone, but I'm saying out of the 1K people that I have on social media, as soon as I start posting, and I'm not saying people must share the work, or I'm just saying I've made an observation that as soon as you post something that can be life changing or something that can make a profit for you, maybe it's the algorithm as well. We'll never know. Maybe the algorithm messes up with our content as well, that as soon as you post something that the algorithm suspect to, there could be profits here, it starts not going up. I mean, my wife is selling nuts, and I've been posting the nuts. I will get the close friends sharing or maybe liking, and it's good. I appreciate that, but I'm feeling like if now I were to only do content, business, or the things that I'm doing on the side, like the YouTube, that means I will not get more interactions, more reactions, which worries me. And it doesn't only happen to me. Hence, I made an example with someone else. I've realized, once a Sister Ntwembu start posting something about the Sister Ntwembu brand, the number of people that interact with that brand is less than when she posts about what she was doing on holiday. If Makume posts something about the brand, it will get shares. But Makume is something else. Hey, that guy, once he starts posting, we all share because he's doing. Also, somebody said, I remember there was a there were two producers in the world that were having a bit of a quarrel, and one of the producers then later said, who is very important to the channel because he gives us the beats. You can watch It's a Rap on one of our shows on this channel. There's a playlist called It's a Rap. Most of the beats that we get from or on that show are from that producer. I don't know if he would be comfortable for me to mention his name here, because he said he doesn't want, he's trying to disassociate himself with the beef or whatever the quarrel is. So he said, as soon as we post this thing, as soon as there's a beef, everyone is now flocking onto the post, trying to have a say, trying to give advice. But once we post the achievements, once we start posting the work that we do, once we post the services that we can render to certain people, then the number of engagements reduces. So I'm wondering, if you look at other other races, they support each other. They might not even support each other on social media like that, but in real life you can see the support that this is crazy. So I had a conversation with one of my friends, Tato. He was explaining to me about the system. Please correct me if I'm wrong on the social on the comment section. He was explaining something called the FARC. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. That there's a group of people that if you do makuinya and your makuinyas are not good, they don't just criticize you to say, hey, makuinya ana hamnati, we're not gonna buy anymore. They tell you that this makuinya, it's not up to the standard that we want. How about you try this? And then as soon as you try that, they now can say, okay, makuinyana, they're getting better. Someone would advise you on something else. So what he was saying is essentially these people, they help you upgrade your product to their specifications or to the highest quality, so that it can have value for money. They don't just cancel you, but they assist you while buying. Obviously, they would buy, but each and every time they would give you a review and advise, a tip on this is what you should do. Then they start recommending certain ingredients that you can find from other people from that same group. So what they say, what Tato said, is that what happens is that those guys, they would have their money circulating amongst themselves for like 5 times before it can go out, and it will only go out if none of them would be able to do whatever that they need. That's the only time maybe they will outsource something. But if someone is doing makwenya, they will buy a oil from Baloi, they would buy acha from Miss B, Boniwe, they would buy like anything that has to do with that product that you are selling, they would bring it closer to another individual of that same group. I'm wondering, why is it so difficult for us to have that thing? If someone is doing something and you feel like there's potential here, but it's not up to standard, why don't we just say, Mvana, this thing that we are doing, it's good. You are not doing it correctly at the moment, but here are a few points that can help you grow. Like, I feel like we need to become like advisors of each other. We need to become supporters of each other. People would even go to an extent that we won't support you only because you are a young black person selling. Would support you because you've got quality. But my thing is, in order for me to get to the quality that you guys prefer, how about you walk me through it? How about you advise me? How I know certain people, they don't take advices, but for those that are able to listen, how about we create systems that would work for us? How about we create systems that would improve our products, that we can even export them as soon as we as a group are comfortable enough to say, Mfana, the product that you are doing now, it's ready to be taken to greater heights. I feel like we need to get to that point of supporting, like, that's why I was saying selective support. We only support things or people based on certain things. Like, it's almost like we've got a criteria that we use on when, how, why, who we should support. I think we need to have a criteria of improving our products in the hood so that we can be also competitive to other people or to other races in a way, to be in a position whereby I know that, Mvana, this product that you are doing, it's bad quality. How about you speak to this person? I know that at some point they were selling something similar, or they they supplying with something similar to what you sell, or to a certain ingredient that can improve your product. I think we need to get to that point whereby we improve each other. Even now, you can say on my comment section, or Mfana, these videos that we are doing, they are not working, or maybe you need to do something different about it, or maybe you need to change a certain angle, so that you help me grow and make this channel into what it's maybe meant to be. Let's not discourage each other in terms of the advices and what we need for each other to grow. Please, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us if this makes sense or if it doesn't. Shout out.